Trevor, man, I'll get to say it today, man.
Oh,
I wanted to
yeah.
post that video so bad yesterday, bro. So bad. Just dropped my phone.
Oh man.
That's how disrupted the Cowboys got me, man.
Oh yeah. Well,
Dropping my phone, man, doing it all.
yeah, if I mean if you look at it though, if you're looking on the bright side, y'all did that with a backup quarterback and
True,
he
we
he
got we got
he
four we
threw
got
three
four wins
interceptions.
with him.
So
Yeah.
and Cooper Rush has been
He
playing
did his
really
job.
good. Yeah, he's been playing really good in Dak's absence.
He did his job.
So once
Four
Dak
wins,
comes
one
back, who
loss. You
knows?
can't be mad.
Yeah,
Can't be mad. Got it.
but
I think that might be back this week too, Trevor. But
yeah.
let's before we get to that, we'll go ahead and intro it, man.
All
I'm
right.
Marquell,
And I'm Trevor,
and
and
this
this is
the
the
huddle.
huddle.
Yeah, man. So let's just go straight into that game from last night, man. What was your reaction? Because you know I'm gonna have a big one, man. What's your reaction?
Um, I was impressed with both defenses.
Hmm.
I think that both of them came to play. Dallas in the second half, the Eagles mostly throughout the first half. Third quarter, gave up a few things, but at the end of the day, I was really impressed with both teams' defense on the defensive side of the ball. Um, I liked how the Eagles ran the ball,
Hmm.
and I think the Dallas defensive line really showed up in the second half, and you could see the talent on the defensive line, and especially, of course, Michael Parsons. But I also think the Eagles did a really good job of attacking Micah and not just allowing him to, wreak, wreak havoc.
Right, the game, man.
Yeah, yeah. Like they actually like attacked him instead of staying back and trying to go away from him. But
Yeah.
um, I think this is going to be a matchup that's going to come down towards the end of the season.
Hmm.
As the schedules, how the schedules stack up. Dallas has a pretty good schedule, and the Eagles going into the bye week this week. Uh, them coming out of that, how are they gonna continue to push forward? So I think it's something to look forward to.
Yeah, I like what you were saying about how they decided to attack Michael Parsons. They basically left him unblocked and basically had just read plays, straight read
Yeah,
plays. So
pretty much.
the play is literally predicated off of reading what he does. So if he goes to the quarterback's gonna hand it off. If he goes for the running back and the quarterback rolls out, he has the option to run or pass depending on how the rest of the defense reacts. So I think that's really the Cowboys needed to see that early in the season to kind of figure out a way to, I guess, mitigate that later. You know what I mean? You don't want to run into that situation when we get into the playoffs like last year when we got to the 49ers and couldn't figure out how to stop the run, you know what I mean? We want to
Mhm.
see that early. And to be down 20-0 and come back like that with a backup quarterback who threw three interceptions, I'm gonna count actually four turnovers on him. Because I'm gonna include that dumb going for it on fourth down on your own 35 when if you would have challenged, you would have got a first down. Because that gave Philly like 20 of their points for all of our turnovers.
Mhm.
So imagine what happens if we don't give them the ball on their side of the field four times, Trevor.
Yeah, I see what you're
Like
saying.
that, just that itself, that's about that's 20 points right there. Literally
Yeah,
20
you don't
points.
put your defense in a bad situation.
Yeah, that's 20 points right there, Trevor. And
Mhm.
with the way our defense played the second half when Dan Quinn said, you know what? I'm just gonna send everybody and see what happens.
Mhm.
And it worked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They had one really good drive where they were able to run it at the last drive where they got it up to 27 when we got it down to a 3-point game. But I mean, I can't be mad. It makes you so happy, like so excited for what is to come when you get your quarterback back and you're able to actually throw the ball downfield to go with that run game because Ezekiel Elliott had a great game yesterday. 13
Hmm.
rushes for like
Yeah,
80
he did.
yards. He literally carried us in that second half down the field. So seeing that coupled with knowing that Dak will be back this week, most likely. They said he threw 50 passes before the game. Uh, he had some zip on it, so they're everybody's pretty sure he will be playing on Sunday against the Lions. But if you look at the Cowboys schedule, you got the Lions, the Bears, the Packers are your next three games.
Hmm.
None of those the Cowboys should be
Jump out.
underdogs.
Yeah.
And none of them Cowboys should be underdogs in.
Yeah, none of those teams jump out at you. So let me ask you this though. You just
Mm-hmm.
spoke on Zeke running the ball, and I was really happy that he's been able to show, his value and what he brings to the table because a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people have been
On his
downplaying him.
case,
Yeah, they've been on
yeah.
him a lot. And
They
I've
love
always
Pollard.
thought,
Like I love
yeah,
Pollard too, but it's
yeah, I do
you
too.
need
They're
both.
really
It's two
good.
different types of running. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I really like how they work together, but I've always thought it's the touch, it's the lack of touches for
Mm-hmm.
Zeke, and with Cooper Rush quarterbacking, they gave him
They gave
and
him his
Pollard a
touches,
lot of touches. So
which changed our whole offense
yeah, so
and made
when
it
Dak,
easier on the quarterback.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So
exactly. So when Dak comes back, how do you think Kellen Moore is gonna adjust to that? Or you think he's gonna keep giving Zeke the ball, or you think
I
he's gonna go back to opening up the playbook for Dak?
I know for a fact that he's gonna have to keep giving them the ball because during the week sometimes I listen to Mike McCarthy's press conferences. That's a question that they asked him, and it was an emphasis coming into the season that we run the ball,
Hmm.
and he takes that on his chest like Mike McCarthy because as a head coach your job is on the line. He
Yeah,
hears all those play calls in the headset. If he's about to call some BS, you know what I
he
mean? He's gonna
overrules
be
it.
like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like he has
Yeah.
that authority. He tries to give Kellen Moore, and Kellen Moore has done a good job of it. I have to give him his credit. I don't think Mike McCarthy has had to step in like he's been taking the emphasis. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like the emphasis this season for the Cowboys was run the ball. Like,
Hmm.
of course, you got those weapons on the outside. I've heard the trade rumors with the Panthers potentially getting DJ Moore to go with CD and Michael Gallup, which I think could be great. We'll talk about that later. But with those threats you have on the outside, if you run the ball the way they've been running it, and then you couple in a little bit of play action with Dak Prescott, that's where he
That's where he
thrives.
thrives. Yeah, that's how
Yeah,
he started. That's how
you
he
got
started.
you got that downfield threat with Michael Gallup, and you got a playmaker with CD. You know what I mean? You don't have
Mhm.
Amari Cooper the route runner anymore, but you still have threats at wide receiver. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I would say I would definitely keep giving Zeke the ball
Yeah.
because he's on a roll, Pollard's on a roll, and it also allows Dak to ease in because we've seen Dak, throw the ball 40, 50 plus times,
Mm-hmm.
before, and we've seen him lead, a offense to be the number one offense in the league before. Like we've seen that. We know he can do that. But now I don't think that is what we need to prove, or not we, but that's not what the Dallas Cowboys need to
Yeah.
prove. That's not what Dak needs to prove. They just need to
Yeah, I don't
win
think he
right now.
needs to prove it. They just need to win. Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking you'll probably have about it's gonna be 50-50 now.
Hmm.
Okay, maybe not 50-50, 60-40. You're gonna have like 20, 22 rushes a game.
Hmm.
You're gonna have about 25 to 30 passes a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the thing is, I don't think the Cowboys are gonna be that 40-point scoring offense that they were last year just because they're running the ball more. So, time of possession and stuff like that, it's going to use up more
Hmm.
clock. I think they'll be in the more 32 range. They're not going to be a 20-point offense like they are with with Cooper Rush, but I think they're going to be like 32. Like they're going to be a very efficient offense when that comes back. You're not going to have those three and outs all the time. Run it two times, get to third and two, and you got a quarterback that can't make a play because you also have to remember the added threat when Dak's in the game is that he can run. So
Right.
the
Hmm.
Cowboys, I would love to see them take a little bit of what the Eagles do. That
The
that
option.
RPO.
Yeah.
the RPO, especially on third and down. I mean, third and short, fourth and short situations. Give him the option to make the read. Should he hand it off to Zeke? Should he run it or should he pass it? Like just based off of the reads instead of having a set play of what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I think they could take that and run with it a little bit.
Hmm. Yeah. But I was also impressed with the Eagles though. Like I said,
Yeah.
defensively and offensively, I like the play calling, running the ball, passing in good situations, getting the ball to AJ Brown and Smith
Mhm.
on the outside and stuff like that. I mean, if you look at
I hesitate, Trevor, to give their defense as much credit as a lot of people are right now, just
mm,
based off of playing against Cooper. As like he threw some terrible
fair
passes.
enough,
Like
fair enough.
a lot of the plays that the defense made were just because he's, you know what I mean.
I will
The
say,
one interception that was gonna be a touchdown to CD Lamb that he threw short because they got
yeah, I
the
know.
pressure.
Hmm.
That was the one. That's one play I'll get to him. The other two, all Cooper
I
Rush.
will say this, throwing to their cornerbacks is more efficient to spike the ball than it is to throw to the cornerback. So,
Yeah,
I mean, if you have
I
elite
think
corner play,
our
okay,
receivers won a lot of routes. He missed them. Like I saw Michael
fair enough.
Gallup. He didn't want to throw across the middle, but Michael Gallup was. I remember a play. He is wide open across the middle, wide open.
I
Like
feel you.
I understand that their corners are good, but I think they haven't played any elite quarterback all season.
Fair enough, especially with the struggles in the NFC. And I think
They haven't played an
though,
elite quarterback yet, but
yeah,
Christmas Eve they will. He'll be
yeah,
back,
and
or
going,
will be back.
yeah, yeah, and going back to the NFC topic about the best teams there, the
Mhm.
NFC East has the top three teams, in my opinion, in the NFC.
They really do. And
Yeah,
then I put the Vikings as a close
yeah,
fourth.
Vikings are in there too.
Yeah.
So however you
That's
want to
crazy to
order them,
think about. That's crazy to
yeah,
think about how the Cowboys whipped up on the NFC East last year to now it being they were calling it the NFC least, but now they're you know what I mean. It's crazy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. However you want to order, but the NFC East has at least three of them right now. Currently.
So let's go to these other NFC teams. Ones that are usually at the top, one and two every year, where at least the quarterbacks are. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
the Bucks and the Packers, Trevor, they're having trouble, man.
Yeah,
Which one should we be more worried about?
that is actually a tough question because they are not necessarily in similar situations, but they are in the same uh kind of level in terms of they had expectations. They not
Mm-hmm.
really living up to them. They losing games that to teams that we weren't expecting them to lose to.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I think I would be more concerned about the Buccaneers with the talent on their team. I think is better than the Packers
Mm-hmm.
on both sides of the ball,
And they're still not
but
getting
they're
it done.
not. Yeah, they're not putting it together. So I think right now I would go with the Bucks
Do you
as the team I'm concerned about.
do you think that lack of focus that we talked about in the preseason from Tom Brady, do you think that that impact is showing now? 'Cause we talked about that in the preseason a lot. Like we
We
were
did.
worried about the Bucks. Do you think that that's a big reason, or do you just think it's young line stuff like that?
It
I
can.
think it's Brady.
It might be.
Defense
I mean,
still only they held him to 20 points, I think, yesterday.
yeah. They haven't been scoring the ball like offensively. There is uh some lapses there.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't been as crisp as we have grown accustomed to them being. Over the past few years. And yeah, I would say that probably Brady. Of course, the reports where he was, but the day before the game,
Yeah.
and
Skipping
also
practice and stuff.
yeah, and
Yeah.
also things that happened in the preseason
Mhm.
with him skipping stuff to take time off and handle some business with family matters and stuff.
Yeah. I'm not gonna.
But
I don't want to. I don't want to like rag on them about it, but I think that is impacting them. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's like a product, or it's like
Yeah,
an something
like
that
that was important
happens to
stuff. Like I would
that
have stopped
was
everything to deal with
that
it
is
too. You
important.
know what I mean?
Hmm.
But on my side, I'm not even. I'm gonna say I'm not that worried about the Bucks. They
Hmm.
have the pieces. I know they're gonna get it together. I've seen the Bucks. I want to say it was a couple years ago. The year they won the Super Bowl,
Yeah,
they were a little shaky, and then
they're a wild card team that
they
year.
keep what do they say? Keep taking steps,
Hmm.
keep building, stacking Legos, and then you finally get it together. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But yeah, I
he
gotta
never
say the
says that.
Packers, bro. The Packers, uh, all of the things that we were worried about before the season are coming to fruition, man.
Hmm.
The Aaron Rodgers has receivers that can't get separation. His line can't keep him standing up. Like the defense isn't what we thought it would be. Uh, I don't think the Packers will like they're on the right there going. They're not going to make the playoffs. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, no,
Like they're
you're
not
right.
looking good because think about it, if three teams make it from the NFC East, it ain't much left for the wild card.
No, it wouldn't be. They probably won't make it, like you said, if they
Mm-hmm.
continue on this pace. And the reason I picked the Bucks is because I think that they have the pieces to do it, and right now they're not putting it together. But the
Yeah,
Packers, I'm not too sure that they have all of the necessary pieces right now to actually
there are
compete
moves
at a
that they
high
could.
level.
There are moves that they can make to get those pieces. There's Odell
Yeah.
out there. There's DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson out there that are up for trade, stuff like that. Christian
Hmm.
McCaffrey,
I
even.
believe Robbie Anderson just got traded to the Cardinals.
He got traded today.
I believe so. I
Snap!
think I saw
I
that
know that. Yes, I
on
know
my
that
feed.
yesterday. He got into a little feud with. We'll talk about that later when we get to the Panthers. But yeah, I just think I'm definitely very worried about the Packers. They do have a lot of room for improvement because there is the things that they need. They are available,
Fair
but
enough.
are they gonna go get them? And how long will it take to put it together? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, no, I understand that, man. I think losing Devontae Adams is really big, and
Mm-hmm.
then
Well, of
they've
course,
had.
he's the best receiver in the NFL,
Yeah, but I feel like he would
debatably.
cover a lot of. Yeah, I think so. But I mean, there's always different receivers peaking at different times. That's something that it's kind of like a rotating door for a top
Yeah,
receiver every year. But
that's true.
I think he's definitely in that conversation, and he would kind of cover a lot of you know holes, especially on the offensive end. But
Mm-hmm.
it's looking like that they're not putting things together in Green Bay right now. So
Yeah.
gotta keep, I guess,
Let's
waiting.
let's go to another team in the NFC. Let's stay in the NFC, man.
Mhm.
Another team that is not living up to expectations, man. Um, out there in Arizona. Whose fault is it that they're so trash, Trevor? Is it Cliff Kingsbury or is it Kyler Murray? Because you can't put it on the rest of the team. Like those are the two people that have the most impact on whether
Mhm.
they win or lose. So it's either got to be Kyler Murray, which I doubt it can't be him because I don't think it can be Kyler Murray because they just paid him too much money, so he got to be able to do something, you know. Yeah, like even if it is Kyler Murray, they're not gonna blame it on Kyler Murray because he just paid the man.
Yeah.
But or is it Cliff Kingsbury, man? Who you say it is, Trevor?
Honestly, I think the right answer is a mix of both because I mean, but
Yeah,
if I had to
yeah.
pick, if I had to
Last
pick,
game it was Kyler,
yeah,
but he
yeah,
messed up at
because
the end
he
of the
messed
game. So.
like
But like
he
also
key
the fact that he
situation.
messed up, that's coaching. Like
That's what I was about to
you didn't
say.
have the correct habits. So.
Yeah, as a coach, your team is supposed to reflect, the work you do
Mm-hmm.
and the mentality you come at approaching these games from week to week. And
Mm-hmm.
the like we said before, the Cardinals, they just have not gotten out to good starts
They start
usually
slow. And
throughout the
whose
season.
job is it to have the team pumped and ready to go at the beginning of the game? The coach.
It's the coach.
So we don't even need to debate this no more, Trevor. All I'm
Yeah.
gonna say is that if Cliff Kingsbury they get D Hop back this week, I believe.
Hmm.
If Cliff Kingsbury does not have them at above 500 in the next three games, I think he's out of there.
Yeah, and now Robbie Anderson going there.
That's even
I
more.
mean,
So you
that's
got
even
Robbie.
more weapons.
I think yeah, because Hollywood Brown just got hurt.
Oh, okay,
But
so that's why they traded for him, I guess. I didn't know
yeah,
Hollywood Brown was
I'm not sure.
injured.
I'm not sure the how bad the injury is, but you know what I
Hmm.
mean.
Because I was wondering how that gonna fit. Like
Hmm.
once D Hop come back, then you got
He got
Anderson,
a
then you
big
got Hollywood
contract.
Brown.
He got a pretty
Yeah.
big contract. I think it's only 1 year left on that contract though. So
Hmm. And do the Cardinals still have AJ Green?
no clue.
I'll have to
Oh,
look
he
that up.
wasn't he in Tennessee, or was that AJ Brown
That's
that was in
AJ
Tennessee?
Brown. Yeah,
Oh,
AJ
okay.
Brown is with the Eagles now.
I'm not
Uh,
sure. I'm not sure.
Let me fact check that real quick.
And since we're here,
Hmm.
and you just told us about that trade from the Panthers, I guess we already got our answer. Should the Panthers be blowing up this roster, Trevor? Or should they try to keep their key pieces on offense intact? I know they're going to keep the defense intact, but they got. I've heard rumors about Christian McCaffrey,
Hmm.
rumors about DJ Moore, and apparently Robbie Anderson's gone. So should they keep those pieces, or should they blow it up, get picks, build a whole brand new team under whatever coach they get? A brand new
Uh,
offense.
so I just fact checked that thing about AJ Green. He is still on the Cardinals, but to
Okay.
answer your question, I think it is time to start a new regime. You number one, you got to get a quarterback. Like that. That is something that they have to do. And are you willing to pay those pieces around while you find and develop a quarterback? I don't know. Then you have contract situations that how things line up. So if they are going to blow it up, then
Mm-hmm.
they need to be getting a lot of draft compensation back so they can build around like and bring that group up together. But
I'm sure Christian McCaffrey will come with multiple first round picks. I
he
don't know
will.
about
He
DJ
will.
Moore. I would be really like with they've been saying DJ Moore to Dallas. I'd be really mad if we give him a first round pick for DJ
Hmm.
Moore. I would think a second or a third round or something like that. But
Hmm.
I think that the Panthers should blow up the roster because
Yeah.
obviously it ain't working.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey is always
And
hurt.
he's hurt. Yeah,
DJ
that's
Moore
really the
is
downside with Christian. He just
it's they
hurt
said
all the
DJ
time.
Moore had some good seasons back with Cam. He's not with Cam anymore. And he hasn't done anything since Cam left. So I would get rid of everything if it's me. Not the defense. The defense is solid. Brian Burns, Jeremy Chin, JC Horn, keep that.
I
But that
agree.
offense, you need to figure something out because you haven't had a good offense since got rid of Cam Newton.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I said if you are going to go that route, then you have to number one, find a quarterback. That's what you need to do, especially in today's league. You can't win without
And
one.
build
So
around him.
and build around him. So that
CJ
that's gonna be a
Stroud.
key.
I think they get CJ Stroud. I love
You think
Pittman, but
so?
CJ Stroud is different. Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of quarterbacks coming out this year. You just
Yeah, but
mentioned.
those are my top two prospects.
Mhm.
I like Bryce Young, but he's short.
Yeah, that was the only thing I was gonna say.
He's
I
along
think
that Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray build, and they're ruining it for him right now because they're playing awful. You know what I mean? Like just it's like a recency bias. You know what I mean?
I understand. I understand. Now, I think coming out with those bigger quarterbacks, they both can move too.
Yeah, they can both run.
Mobile as well.
I
Like,
say Hendon's more mobile than CJ Stroud.
yeah, he is. Hendon is
CJ
definitely
Stroud kind of
mobile.
reminds me of Dak.
Hmm.
He likes to be in the pocket, but
He
he
can
can if he
still
needs.
move.
If
He
he
can
needs.
move within the pocket.
Yeah,
It's not like just a statue standing back there. But
yeah,
yeah, no, though I would say, especially basing it off of previous years, those would be probably the top two at this moment because of their build, because
yeah,
of their ability to throw the ball, and they're still mobile. They're not just statues back there. So
yeah, yeah. So this is probably the best year New York football has had in a very, very long time, Trevor. The Jets are doing pretty good. The Giants are doing really good. Only one loss. which team do you think is going to finish the strongest though? Are they just starting strong, getting kind of lucky or whatnot? But like, I don't know what the story is behind these teams. I've seen the games, but
Hmm.
you don't really know. But
Yeah,
like, who do you think's going to finish better?
that's a good question because I believe the Giants are going to finish better. I feel like with their momentum on defense, and honestly, it's kind of similar for both teams. Both are playing really good on defense,
Mm,
but I think with Saquon, man, you have that guy that's gonna when you need a play, you can give him the ball. Saquon is that dude. So
true.
if we're looking, um, both teams are honestly in divisions where they're
It's tough.
yeah, it's they have like the top teams in their whole conference
Yeah,
in their
yeah,
division,
yeah,
so that's the only thing that would, you know, pull me back, but I would say New York Giants.
yeah. I'm going with the Giants for a different reason. I'm just going because they're playing. They're in the NFC,
Hmm.
and they're gonna play a lot, a lot of NFC teams that I'm pretty sure they can beat. Of course, they're gonna beat the Commanders twice. I don't even know who else is on their schedule, but like based off of just like where they were last year,
Hmm.
and because you'll play like whoever was ranked finished in the same position as you in each
Hmm.
division. You know what I mean? And the AFC is just way tougher. You know what
It
I mean?
is.
I think the Giants will be able to sneak through, and they'll have the weather on their side when they play.
Hmm.
I think the other AFC teams playing that same weather, so it's not going to be an advantage to the Jets when they play.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Uh, Um, Now I would say the Jets, like in the AFC, the top dogs is definitely tough, but like I think they might have a shot at sneaking in though. I think
I
so.
think they might get a wild card spot because the
Yeah.
AFC West isn't doing what I thought they'd do.
Yeah, exact. That's what I'm thinking as well. The Raiders and the Broncos haven't been playing as well as we thought they would. So
They haven't been playing at all. Or the
yeah,
Chargers. The Chargers
yeah.
not even ready.
Chargers, yeah, they're not doing too well. Baltimore has slipped up, you know.
Yeah.
So the Browns haven't been as, good as we thought that
That
they
whole
would be.
division is trash.
Yeah, so I don't know. They have a really good chance, man. They really do. It's just those top two, three teams in the AFC that will
Yes, sir.
give them some trouble.
Got some good news on these picks for you, Trevor.
What's up?
You didn't get any right.
Oh yeah,
You
I
were
saw
over
that.
five. I was 3 for 2, man. So now we're
Yeah,
at I'm at
you up
15 and
two, right?
15. I'm
You
at
up two
15 and
games?
yeah. I'm at I'm at 15 and 15. You're at 13 and 17, man. Yeah, get it together, Trevor.
Hey, man, like I was watching these games, especially the Baltimore game.
Mhm.
I was so
We both picked
frustrated.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah, man,
And then we both picked the Browns.
couldn't get one win that week, man.
Didn't get one. But let's run down these ones for this week, man.
All right,
Saints or Cardinals? It's hard. Go go with Cardinals.
I'm gonna go with the Saints.
All right. Lions, Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah, easy, right?
Yeah, the Cowboys, man.
With Dak back too.
Yeah,
Falcons and Bengals.
that's actually a pretty good
Wait,
one.
didn't they play last week?
I no, the Bengals won
Bengals played the
last week.
Saints last
Yeah, they
week.
played the Saints. Yeah, no, they do have the Bengals this week because Trevon was talking about it earlier. Oh, that's actually a
That's
good one.
hard. I'm
Yeah,
going
because
Falcons
you just don't
since
know
I'm
which
in Atlanta right now. I'm
you
going
just don't know
Falcons.
which team
The Falcons
the
been
Bengals
pretty.
gonna show up.
The
And
Falcons
yeah,
been consistent this
Falcons
year.
been
You
good.
know
Yeah,
exactly what you're getting from them, and the Bengals can't block, so you
yeah. The
know.
Falcons really could be 5-1 right now or something like that.
Mhm.
Whatever, 4-1,
If
five
they
one.
ain't caught that little thing on Tom Red, the roughing the
Yeah,
passer,
that
man.
and they should have beat the Saints, but they didn't. So I'm gonna go with the Falcons because Trevon, like, you know what I'm saying. Shout out Trevon.
Jets or the Broncos.
Jets.
I'm going Broncos. They got to get it together at some point.
I'm going Jets, man. I don't,
Chiefs or 49ers, Trevor.
Chiefs.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes not gonna lose 2 games in a row.
Yeah. I'm more than likely gonna pick the Chiefs every time they up here. So
Even though they lost last week, you pick.
yeah, I picked them last week. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But we want to thank all y'all for tuning in to a new episode of The Huddle. As always, if you enjoyed it, hit that like, hit that subscribe, man. Follow us on Instagram, DM us, and let us know if you have anything you want us to talk about. And as always, tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend, man. And we'll catch you next week on another episode of The Huddle.
Peace.